Hello, Wotive community. I'm Jackie Fox, and I am actually really excited to cover the news today. We're going to get to why I'm so excited to cover the news today towards the end, so stick around. I have some big ideas that I feel like you should stick around for. Anyways, with all of that being said, let's dig in to first the Master Coral Vision card. Just quick thoughts. I don't think that this is a particularly great vision card. It's not that there's bad things on it necessarily. It does have good stuff on it. I really just don't necessarily like the jobs that are on it at all, especially with attack up, as I see this probably being maybe more consistently used for Magic teams in a lot of ways. Even though it's an attack-based card, I don't know. I just see the most synergy on an all-Magic team because you've got 2 of those in the job pool out of 3-ish. So that just feels like a lot. But I think that the one that this is the most obvious win for is people who are building for ninjas, because I feel like these are all things that a ninja would really enjoy. Because single target magic attacks can be really good at piercing through evasion. It's become less true as there's been more AoEs that are capable of that, and more like just a diversity of attack types that are capable of that. But at least early in the game, one of the things that evasion really wanted was single target resistance. And even if we're not talking about evasion, it's just a really strong thing to throw in there. And I think of all the job groups on here that would benefit from this as an attack card, it's pretty tremendously obvious that the only one of those that is actually good is ninjas, because axes. I really hope that axes get a huge power upgrade in general with Summer Kill Fate 140. I would love that, but right now it's not where it's at. Master Coral as an Esper, though, is pretty good. And I'm not really going to get into a lot of what's going on here, but the one thing I do want to point out is that 20 agility puts this as one of the fastest Espers in the game. Like, Can I order by... Yeah, no, I don't think I can really do with that. Dark Bahamut was pretty fast. That was only 19. So a little bit faster than Dark Bahamut. Who else is fast? 18. Faster than Dark Odin. Let's see. Dark Tetrasulfate, or you? No, 17. Faster than her too. Dark Ramu. 20. Okay, just as fast there. Ifrit, faster. And this was an evasion Esper, so it should have been fast. So I guess what I'm getting at here, I do still want to find Odin. Odin, you're a pretty fast boy. 20, equal to the original Odin. Okay, so just, there's a 21. Someone is 21. Someone in here can drink. But I don't know who it is. So, like, we'll just say you're the fastest to second fastest Esper in the game by a pretty good margin. And even some of the recent and strongest Espers really haven't been able to match that. I'm not sure that there's a lot else to write home about, but agility is a very impactful stat. So especially if you're going for ninjas, who really love that agility, this further cements me thinking that this is probably a good decision for them. I don't know. Let me look at the skill tree a little bit, though. Acquired AP is good. Strike resistance actually definitely could do that. Slash attack would be good. Probably some slash attack resistance. Oh, wait. I actually have to go to the builder for this to be impactful. Okay. Let's get the acquired AP, accuracy crit rate, slash attack, slash resist. Strike resist? Evocation damage, okay, sure. So that's not terrible. Accuracy and crit rate, good together. A little bit more on the resistances, but the acquired AP, once again, something that our ninjas tend to really like, and slash attack is also pretty good for them. Again, I think that this is a good pull for ninjas and probably not great for anyone who's building other things. Alright, we have a Trials of Reckoning, which is one of the things that makes me a little bit upset about this week, because this is always the thing that kind of burns me out just a little bit to go for. And it's on the same week as a new level of Porcelain Tower, which we'll get to in just a second here. But, yeah, I guess you do that. This is actually a pretty good piece of gear. We have 4 units that it is equipable to, so that's pretty excellent. I like the stats on it pretty well. Accuracy, Human Killer, both pretty good for these guys. Celeste is really gonna need some accuracy. Great for Terra. She's good versus evasion. Magic resistance, critical evasion, both of those things are pretty good. I guess that's pretty decent as a combo for like non-FF6 units, so not a bad piece of gear all around, really. I like the stat lines on it just because I like to maximize my stats. Barrier is the one I would absolutely go for. Probably wouldn't build shield unless you have very specific plans. I mean, if you have a specific argument for why for you shield is better, just because of some of your other equipment that this would go with, yeah, go for it. It's not really a huge difference. You lose like 1, maybe 2 or 3 points of stats functionally. Probably just 2. So, you know, not bad stuff. I really do like this as a reward, but it's also, well, no, this is pretty good, and at least a couple of these, like Terra, I think especially, can stack some Human Killer up, so that could be really good for her. She might actually like that a lot. Oh, just 1 second before we get to that, though. Release date, maybe updated date? Terra's Ribbon got an upgrade, and the Thunder Ring got an upgrade, and we'll see you a little later. Okay, so looking at the +6 of Terra's Ribbon, which is also an excellent get, 22 frickin' spirit on the barrier form. That's nuts. I like that. That's really high. I mean, arguably Spirit is probably at the worst place that it's been as a stat, but this is also probably one of the highest Spirit stats that I've seen on a piece of equipment. We were getting that before, so I guess the evocation gauge boost 30 is just okay. I'm not really all that excited about that, but going from 16 to 22 on the Spirit, that's pretty good. If you already have this as a +5, especially if you have the barrier, probably worth getting it up to this. I'm not sure how impactful this is, but it could be good in certain builds. Depends. Again, it's one of those things. Maybe you have an argument for why it would be good for your team, but generally I don't love it. But this is also a really low effort, especially for longer term players that may already have this as a +5 way to participate in that, so that maybe you can throw your delicate attention towards the Lightning Ring +6. So let's see, we're getting 8 more magic, 8 more attack, over 100 more HP. The +1 version is going to be 5 more water resistance, 5 more lightning resistance. Okay, so 5 more water and lightning resistance in addition to about 100 more HP and 8 more in your offensive stats. It's not bad, especially because there's a lot of units that with these rings often we're already, even without kind of elemental resistance creep that is happening in some ways, we're already getting close in certain builds to like 95 with the bonuses that were already happening with this. Because this is the largest source of that passive that you can possibly put on a unit, it is going to be more impactful, so they're probably getting the whole 5. So this might actually make a few more units viable for, say, tanking water, or even, well, probably not lightning, but water, especially with like 100% resistance, or at least getting them arguably closer than they've ever got. It can be a very impactful 5% for some units, but I'm not sure that's the bit. I don't know. If this is how they're going to run, I'm not sure that I'm putting a lot of mental effort into that. Especially when I am so excited for... Well, hold on. Because first thing that I am particularly excited for is this vision card. I like the flavor of this a lot. I was kind of walking a dog while I was playing the Addison Rae quests, so I don't remember Elsorel being in this at all, but it does seem like, yeah, she would have been around, given that they have been on an extended side quest together for quite a while now. Yeah, I think Camilla's face says it all. It was dumb and adorable, and I kind of loved it. So the limited content there is pretty cool. If you actually don't want to play that, or you are, this summary will probably give you a majority of what happened pretty quickly. But we've got good magic, a bit of defense, which is a little bit out of the ordinary, but not super huge. We are seeing AoE resistance and attack plus 20 for Camilla and Elsorel, so this is going to work a little bit for other light units. Although I'm not seeing either of them actually included on the card in any other way, so that is quite a bit unfortunate. But for Addison Rae, we're gonna get area of attack resistance and magic up 20, so very similar to their buffs. And then the general buffs for this, we're going to be getting this for Red Mage, which is why I'm actually excited about it, because just wait, is it all the way to here? Yeah. All of these guys are Red Mage classes. Daggers, it seems, also daggers. Energists, gloves, and then books and slime. So that's going to give you magic resistance 24%. That is the highest magic resistance I think we've seen on a card. Highest one on a card. Highest one that is possible to get from a card. 40% magic attack up, which is great, but not as high as it could be. Again, this is in the really high slot, which could be 60% magic. And then increased reaction block rate 40, which is quite high. And is definitely, she does not seem to like allowing people to counteract her. And that goes into the Addison Rae, which I'm glad this isn't a typo, even though there was an additional typo, but I'm glad they dealt with the other one. But the Addison Rae does real fucking huge damage, and also just turns off the unit's counter for 3 turns. There is a big cost of AP, but it is castable multiple times, and it is also instant. So this is similar to Ruinja, but like modern, usable, good, and specifically for glove units. Although this would actually be a really hilarious way to slap some thick damage on slime, maybe in limited. I don't know that you would actually do that, but it would be kind of funny. That's what I'm excited about and what I'm not excited about for this week. It has been quite a long video for a news video, but Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. You can like, subscribe, donate to the channel. There is a link tree in the description. Oh my god, I do so much content, y'all. I make games, I write fantasy books, I write more realistic books if you're looking for more of a drama thing. I do podcasts about human sexuality and health. I do podcasts about just whatever I'm feeling like talking about. If you just want to hear me talk about things, there's tons of podcasts you can subscribe to. I even have other YouTube channels. I leave that to you to peruse at your leisure, and you will find that once again in the description below. I guess there's really 2 videos here. So I would like to thank everybody for tuning into the news, and I'll see you in the next one.